members. I'm Mysql Brenda, offering DIT, year 1 semester 2. This is our group. These are the members, and I'm going to present about Mysql. Mysql, it's a structured query language used in databases. It's used to create databases, to create tables, but you can't create a table without installing Mysql Workbench on your computer. You first install that workbench, Mysql Workbench, and after you can proceed with creating databases and tables. In Mysql, in creating databases, you create database. That is a command we use in creating databases. You use a command called create database. For me, I used create database, renewed health hospital, and I used a command create table. In this table, remember, in tables we include entities. We put in entities, so our entities will be doctors, patients, and so on. So for me, I decided to put doctors and patients in my tables. Another thing is, don't forget that each table you create should have a column and a row, and each column you should include either primary keys or integers. You should include val characters and so on. So in my table of doctors, I have included the doctor's ID, which is an integer, not null. I have included the doctor's name, the department, phone number, and sex. So another thing is, I'm sorry about that. Another thing is, we insert. You select is insert into doctors. You put in your values you want to put. So that is another command, insert into. Don't forget, it's insert into. You insert into, you put a table, insert into doctors. If you want to back up your database of doctors, you can use Mysql dump. So that's why I used here index for dump tables, index table for dump doctors. And you use another command called alter table. Alter table, in other words, it means if you want to you want to enter in a column, you use alter tables, doctors, primary keys, and insert into patients. This insertion, you insert into when you want to put in something in your table. So you select what you want to insert into. That's why we have selected patients. Then we put a patient ID, name, sex, phone number, and residence. And these are the values we have to put. The patient name is this one. This is the patient sex. This is the patient phone number, and this is the residence. Okay, so After that, patient, you have to create a table for patients. Mind you, if you want to use or if you want to delete something, if you want to delete patients, in case you don't want to use a patients in your table, that entity, if you don't want to use it, you can use a command called drop database patients. That means you delete patients and you replace your other thing you want to put in your table. And another thing you have to do, if you see in these tables, as it goes on, there are some things which can be out of date. So if you want to update anything in your table, you just use a command called update. Then you select where you want to update and you put the exact thing you want to update. So in that way, your database can be updated. If you want your database, in case you forget anything and by mistake you delete everything you have worked upon, you can use a command called mysql dump. This mysql dump enables you to back up your data. So the data you have created, each table you have created can be backed up using mysql dump. So don't forget, if you want to delete anything in your table, you can use a command called drop database. You select, don't forget to select. If you don't select, it will be deleted all. So you select and you put where exactly you want to delete. So you select, patients, where patient ID or contact, and you replace everything you want to do. So lastly, we have these things. We have the auto increment for dumped tables like doctors, and you have to modify everything. Committee, it's another thing, like it's also a command we use in databases. So thank you for listening to me. May God bless you all. That was my summary I have made.
That what? Why?